Let's find out if we've won. Drum roll, please. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well and having a fantastic week. Today with Northern Parrots, they've sent me a huge box of goodies and they are running a really fun competition. So there is a toy which is kind of like a toy perch on their website called Jimmy the Lobster. It's Chip and Fish's favourite toy. I'll talk about it a bit more later. And normally Jimmy the Lobster is red because lobsters, we normally think of them as being red. But out in the wild, like 1 in 2 million I think are blue. And hidden amongst all of the red Jimmies, there is one blue one which Northern Parrots are going to be putting into a random order whenever you buy Jimmy the Lobster. Now if you find Jimmy, you win a £100 Northern Parrots voucher, which is super exciting. So Jimmy is in my box. I don't know whether he's blue or red, we're going to find out, but I've also got some really fun things to show you that are new on the Northern Parrots website. So without further ado, let's see what's in the box today. And let's see if we've got the blue Jimmy or the red Jimmy. So first up from Back Zoo Nature, we have some cedar pine nuts. They say cedar nuts, but they're basically another type of pine nut, similar to the ones that you would normally get for birds. These are a little bit different, so I'm really excited to try them, especially with Charlie, because he loves pine nuts. They're his top tier, ultimate favourite treat, so I'm curious to see what he thinks about this variety as well. Next up again from Back Zoo Nature, we have willow bark. So willow is perfectly safe for your pet parrot, and there's these amazing bark sticks and these will be really fun to shred. Our guys just are obsessed with bark. They love all things bark. Shredding it off, it is a natural behaviour they would do in the wild, so these are going to be really fun to include in their enclosure that they can play with and destroy. So Pickles and Scampi have come over to see this one again from Back Zoo Nature. I'm really enjoying this brand. They've got some really cool stuff. They're based in the Netherlands, but we can obviously get some stuff from Northern Parrots. So this is a grass keeper and it looks just like a hollow tube, but it's got a wing nut and washer fixing, and you kind of fix it to the cage like this, and then you can kind of hide some stuff in there. So on the front, obviously they've got some different grasses and millet. Wouldn't necessarily put a sprig of millet in my bird's cage because it is a top tier treat and we don't want to just fill them with treats for free. We want them to be working for them. However, they'll still be working for them in this. There is also something you can buy from a brand called Rosewood. Again, Northern Parrots sells this. It's called Pick and Fly, and it has loads of different grasses like flax and sorghum and things like that, and you could hide that in here as well. And again, it's a natural behaviour they can go for it. What's in there? Oh, we're curious. And if you're in the US, of course, you can go to Bio Bird Blends and they have those amazing dried flower bouquets that you could put in there as well. You could even put like leaves in there or big things of like rainbow chard. Possibilities are endless. So I think even though this is really simple, this is a really fun thing to have in an enclosure to increase their foraging opportunities. Pickles, you are making this so much more difficult. So this is a seagrass parrot hideaway. Now you guys know what we think about like hideaways and cozy huts. It's not something we usually recommend because they promote hormonal behaviour. However, if you get something like this, which has some really fun palm leaf stars on, what you can do is string it closed, fill it with crinkle paper and other toy bits and treats, and then paper string it closed at the top. Hang that on the side of the cage and you've got yourself a seagrass pouch. So it's really important to remember that some things can actually be repurposed and used in different ways, and our guys really love chewing on seagrass, especially Louie and Kipling. They seem to really enjoy the taste of it. Charlie and Olive love it too. Pickles is getting into it. Basically everybody loves seagrass. So I think what we're going to do with this, as I said, is string it shut, stuff it with crinkle paper, string it shut again, pop it on the side of the cage, and that is going to make a really fun activity wall. We could even string some more toys on it because it's already got these really cool little palm leaf stars. So yeah, we love seagrass. It's a really fun material to offer to your bird. In this one, we've got a huge bag of birdie bangles. Let me get one out to show you what they look like. They're essentially kind of compressed cardboard into these little rings. They come in loads of different sizes, so you can get the right size for your bird. If you do get one that's slightly bigger than you would normally offer to your bird, obviously just offer things like this supervised anyway, because it's always good to just make sure you're working out how your bird interacts with certain toys. But these are really versatile. You can do lots of different things with these. You can have them as foot toys like this. You can use them as toy parts on a bigger toy. You can even train fetch with these. Our guys will do fetch with the smaller version, so you can just set it down and train them the behaviour and they can bring it to you. Or you can make your own DIY ring toss toy, so you can kind of get them and train them how to do that onto a little peg. So things like these, the toy parts are always so versatile, and of course they're made out of cardboard, so they're perfectly safe to chew as well. So next up we have, what are these called? Wooden rope preening block, and I think it's the wooden rope swing. Yeah, wooden rope swing. So typically we don't offer cotton rope to our birds because they chew them. If your bird doesn't chew them, you can offer them things like this, but keep a close eye on them. This would make a really fun swing for a small bird, maybe like a budgie or something. But what I know my birds are going to like with these, especially with the actual wood parts, is again they have bark on. So we can remove the wood parts if we want to, and our birds can shred those because they do love lots of bark to shred. It's really fun, it keeps their beaks in check. So we're going to use the wooden parts on these toys for our birds to enjoy. I'm really excited for this one because it's made out of my bird's favourite materials. This is by Superbird Creations and it is the Solar Balsa Ring. So we've got solar and we've got balsa. I mean, they're my bird's two favourite materials to chew in the entire world. This is a really fun little ring. Yes, they're soft materials, they probably go through this quite quickly. But to be honest, I'd rather have toys that I know my birds are going to play with instead of stuff that's just going to sit in their cages and things like that, or in their play stands for weeks and weeks and weeks, and they don't touch them because they don't really like them. So it's always good to pick materials your birds like that are safe. So we have lovely solar and balsa, which are coloured with bird safe dyes. There is a little plastic ring, so obviously we have to be careful with that with the conures because they just can't help themselves and they want to chew things like this, which obviously isn't good for them. So we will keep an eye on them. I may even give this to the cockatiels, to be honest, because they love solar and balsa too. But this looks like a really fun toy for them to shred. Now we're back with my favourites, back to nature, and this is the foraging pine cone. This is a pine cone perch. We have had one of these before. Lots and lots of fun. Again, different textures for your birds to kind of sit on. Good for foot health, but of course the most important part of this is you can hide little yummies in there for them to enjoy. Again, pine cones are safe. If you're getting them out from the wild, you need to take a few more precautions. Again, drop me a comment if you want to learn more about that. The ones that are coming from back to nature are going to be safe, and yeah, it's really fun for them to shred, forage in, and even perch on as well. Some birds may be intimidated by this. I can see how that might look quite scary to some birds, so you may need to train them and let them understand it's safe and it's fun to enjoy as well. But again, variety is key with offering enrichment to your birds, and this is a lot of fun. So I haven't seen him yet. I know Jimmy's in the box, we're coming to him soon, but there's a few more things to show you first. Again, we're back with my favourites, my new favourites, back to nature. And we have some treat balls in the small size. I guess these are just like willow or rattan as well. What I like about these ones is there's actually quite a lot of space to hide treats in. Sometimes the balls are like really woven really tight, so it can be hard to actually get the treats in there, but these will be a lot easier. We can use them as toy parts on DIY toys. Quite often when we're doing the fetch behaviour, especially with Louie and Kipling, they much prefer to do a fetch with like a rattan ball, so again we can use them for our fetch as well. So there's lots of diversity with different toy parts, as I said before, and these are always a hit with the birds. Next up we have small chewable pencil foot toys. We've been buying these for years, like since we first got Chip and Fish, so over 5 years now we've been buying these pencils. They really enjoy them on the floor as floor toys. Olive loves a pencil as well. These kinds, obviously not the kind that we use, because these are just made out of wood, so it's perfectly safe for them to chew. But yeah, they're a great little fun foot toy. You can get bigger sizes as well if you have a bigger bird, but these are a really great size for small birds like my ones. Right, we're going for another Back to Nature, my favourites, and we have got a nature snake perch, which is why you're biting me, isn't it? You're like, oh, is it a real snake? No, it's these beautiful jungle vines that we have in all of the enclosures. I don't know why I'm being silly. I want to give it a little, gonna make sure it's, you're gonna attack the snake. Get him, get him. We have these in all the enclosures. We have small ones, big ones, and things like that. These, again, fantastic to offer. Your birds can shred them as well, but they're great for foot health. There's different kind of textures and things. It's great to kind of hang in the corner. Yeah, our guys just really like these, and yeah, we think that every bird should have a chance to have one of these in their enclosures. As I said, there's different sizes for you to choose from, but our guys really like them, don't you? Right, there's one item left before we find out about whether we've won with Jimmy. So this one, what does it say on the box here? This is a small tabletop wooden parrot stand. I'm really excited for this. We love a play stand, we love a tabletop stand. So instead of me just showing you a box, I'm gonna go and build this. I'm gonna show you what it looks like now. And this is the play stand. I love this. I think this is amazing. It's a perfect little tabletop stand to have for your birds. Let's have a little closer look. So down here we've got this lovely tray, which we're going to fill with substrate, of course. We'll put some little floor toys down there. Then you've got the little perches to get up, and what I love about all of the perching areas is it has these little grooves, so it's not just smooth or anything. It has the grooves for extra texture and grip as well, so it'll be better for your bird's feet. It's a great height as well. And then on top here we've got two little bowls. These just screw in and out, so they're nice and secure when they are on there. I think what we'll do for our guys is we'll probably just have one and have it as like the watering station for when they're out, because our guys will like to just kind of run up and down, and if there's a bowl in the way they won't want to do it. But if you want to have the two bowls there, one for food and one for water, or one for toys, or whatever you want to do, this is a really lovely little stand. I know they've got some other options, bigger options and things like that on their website, but I think our guys are going to love this, and I think this is really cool. Okay guys, the moment of truth is here. We're going to find out if we have won Blue Jimmy. Drum roll please. No, we've got Red Jimmy, which means that Blue Jimmy, that will win you the chance to get a £100 Northern Parrots voucher, is still out there. The competition is running until the end of February, so if you want your chance to win not only a cool Blue Jimmy that nobody else will have, but also a £100 Northern Parrots voucher, make sure on your next order you pop a Jimmy the Lobster on your order. Not only is it, you know, cool to enter a competition, but Chip and Fish love this perch. It's a perch, but it's a toy at the same time. They shred it. Chip loves to nap on this, which is so cute. He'll just nap on the little Jimmy when we attach him to the side of the cage, and then they'll kind of pull up his little legs and give him a little nibble and stuff. I actually thought they were going to be terrified of him at first, because they're cockatiels and there's like a little lobster invading their enclosure. They went to him immediately. They love him, so that's a lot of fun. So again, don't forget, add Jimmy the Lobster to your next Northern Parrots order if you want a chance to win a £100 Northern Parrots voucher and get a cool perch as well. So that does bring me to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the new products that are coming out at Northern Parrots, plus the opportunity to win a cool prize as well. Let me know what you're treating your birds to, and if you enter the competition as well, down in the comments, as I would love to speak to you. But in the meantime, from me, Pickles and Scampi, who are snacking, thank you so much for watching. Take care and see you later.